welcome to another one. Tired. Sitting here waiting on the windows to defrost. Be a good time for an interview. So, here we go. Back at it. Still hunting a bow only. Didn't see much of nothing yesterday. Dad saw a good one, which is really encouraging. It's close enough that it potentially could. That particular deer could come through where I am. I mean, any deer that you see at any spot on this place could be at any of these spots any given day. So, but it caught his ground scent and went back to where it came the other day. But that's definitely not the only deer on this, only good buck on this block. But he did see one broad daylight, so that's encouraging. So we're gonna hunt. Yesterday we kind of hunted mid-tier next to slough. Well, today I plan on going way back, hunting on the riverside. Hunted on the riverside last week and didn't see jack crap. But it was just after the gun season was open. It had some foalers riding around on the other side of the river, which is just typical core land. And it was just a bad day overall. So we're gonna go back in there and try that again. So hopefully we'll see some deer, because like I said, yesterday we had one coming in, but it smelt us. Never actually seen it, so couldn't confirm or deny what it was exactly, other than it was a deer. It started blowing at me, but we should see some deer. Almost every time I'll go to this area, when I'm walking in, I'll see deer. So I don't expect it to be any different. But it's getting cold. Like I said, the windshield's frosty, so that should tell you that it's pretty nipply outside. So that should get the deer up and moving. It's full moon, so that's kind of not, optimal. But it's supposed to still be a really good day. So I'm excited, and I'm ready to stick another one with the bow, or I guess another one. Shot a doe last week, but I'm ready to stick a good quality buck with my bow, and that'll be the end of my season. So let's get after it. Well, that happened really fast. Looked up and there's one crossing the water. Pretty nice deer. I've been plenty happy to end my deer season with him. He's good and wide, wasn't real tall or anything, but had a good frame. Thought I heard something. Anyway, when I first saw him, if I'd have been ready, would have been I ain't gonna say it, it'd have been a much easier shot. It'd have been about 5 or 6 yards closer. He's 45 where I shot at him. Pretty sure I shot under him though, so I'll have to go back and look at the footage. Pretty sure I shot underneath him though. Dang. He said, I saw him right here in the water. And He walked right through a gap that had ranged at 40. I mean, dang. That's really about as far as I want to shoot is 40. I really don't want to shoot 45, but I had a good clean path. And I mean, it was perfect left or right, it's just low. It almost, we were almost done right then. And I turned my camera to a gap, but I bumped it, so I didn't get the shot on my big camera, but I know my Tacticam was on him. Well, I guess let's hope another one does that. Maybe bigger this time. Not gonna shoot anything smaller. He's at the baseline of what I want to shoot. But I would have been happy with him. Couldn't really tell how many points he had. Didn't have many points. Either that or he's broke off. Not sure. But it got me. It happened so fast. I didn't get super shook up. But, oh well. The world of bow hunting, so you're gonna miss a few. We'll just hang out. Well, I just did the interview, about missing that deer and all that. And I was just sitting here and I just happened to look over kind of the way it ran. I thought it was long gone. Of course, initially after I shot, he just kind of, took off like a clean miss, like nothing ever hit him. And I lost him. I thought he just walked off. I got done with the interview and looked over and I saw him. He was limping real bad. So I'm like, crap. I done shot this deer in the leg, I was like, dang, that sucks. It didn't sound like a hard crack or anything. I was just like, I don't know. Anyway, there's a chance I did actually hit the deer somewhere, and then, it was for sure 1000% low. I thought I shot it clean underneath him, but dang, on the trajectory, I could have hit him just at the bottom of the chest cavity, and then maybe hit his leg on the opposite side, maybe a glance leg hit, maybe, or I just glanced his leg, which obviously is a non-lethal, but let's go hang out for a while and do my due diligence and just go find my arrow. And obviously I gotta find my arrow, but see what the blood looks like and all that good stuff. And like I said, do my due diligence and look for him. And if I hit him good enough and didn't kill him, maybe I can find him and put a second arrow in him or whatever. But I'm gonna give it plenty of time. It's plenty cold enough. But we'll just hang out. If a doe comes by, I may shoot it too. Since I potentially already have one on the ground. Like I said, I thought it was a clean mess. Look over and he's, I see him moving. He just standing there and kind of had his head down. And then he started walking, just limping really. Had a pretty noticeable limp. So, we'll just hang out and we'll get down and go look for him here in just a little bit. So, y'all stay tuned. Alright, it's been about an hour since last we talked. I'm gonna get down, go find my arrow and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna go ahead and move trees. When I climbed in the tree, I thought it was just all water, but there's a little bit of a dry patch, which is the side he kind of favored. Assuming I didn't kill this deer, and I can confirm I didn't kill it, or good or bad shot, or even if I did kill it, obviously all this is non and void. But if I didn't kill him, come back and climb this tree. It's right over there. That'll put me closer to the side where it's dry, where he kind of favored where he crossed through water, but he's favoring the drier side, and then he was going that way. I knew there was a trail right there, but when I climbed the tree it was dark. I didn't realize it was that far. I'm gonna climb that tree. I'm gonna be about 20 yards closer. So instead of a 45-yard shot, it'll be a 25-yard shot. So I'll be in a lot better position, and then I can still shoot, you know, this edge of water. So we'll get down. We'll see what happens. All right. He's standing right over here, and I know the way that he walked off. So we should find out pretty quick just from looking at the arrow. If there isn't any blood on the arrow, then I obviously just glanced him, which will be a non-lethal. So if there's blood on the arrow, then you know, actually did get in him to some degree. We'll find out because he was right. Gotta light a knot, but light a knots really don't help you too much in the daylight. He was right in here. There it is, right there. Oh man, stuck it right into a dead gum cypress knot. Look at this. I don't know if I'll get that out. Let's see. Oh, heck no. Might get it out with my knife. Maybe. We'll see. Give me 1 second. What I expected. We got we just have a little hair on some of the fletchings. I don't know if you can see that, but no blood on the arrow at all. So definitely was a great grazing hit. I'll look a little bit further just to see, you know, there's a lot of blood and stuff. I'm not expecting there to be, but I'll look around before I climb back in the tree. I'm gonna make sure, you know, I do my part and make sure that the animal's not lethally hit and all that. So make sure I see a little speck of blood right there. Anyway, I'll probably put the camera away so I can have all my hands free, just in case for some reason some crazy happening that I actually did make some kind of lethal shot on him. I'll have my hands free, so I'll get back with y'all. Well, back in the tree. I trailed him for about 200 yards or so. He actually bled pretty decent. Wasn't too terribly hard to, you know, to follow the blood trail. But he was bedded down. He jumped up and hauled butt out of there, and he even stopped and blew like 7 times. So I'm gonna write that off as a non-lethal hit, and he should be fine. He'll just have a little bit of a limp for a little while. Typical, like brisket blood, brisket leg type blood, like really bright red, and it was slowing down when I finally found him. So I'm gonna chalk that off as is a miss, and he'll be just fine. Them deer are tough. But back in the tree, if one does the same thing, we will be in a really good spot. Really good spot. He would be like 20 yards. If we could do it all over again, he'd be about 20 yards. So we're just gonna keep our eye out. And the way he ran out of there and blew 100 times, I probably won't see anything else the rest of the day, but you never know. So we're gonna hang in here and just look around for a little while. Well, it's a little after 11 o'clock. Didn't see anything else, which is kind of what I was thinking that was going to happen. The way that deer, he was just basically across this water and blew like 7 or 8 times. I was like, man. And all the deer basically that I'm really hunting is going to be in this little, it's not quite an island, but nearly an island back in here. It's a big bedding area, which is where he came from. And I know good and well when he blew that none of them deer that were in there were going to come this way. I mean, easily could have caught something cruising down the river, but I don't know. I just don't feel great about it, so we're just going to get down. I'm probably going to try to get back on his trail, and maybe by some miracle, I might can walk up on him, bed it down again maybe. The wind's picked up a little bit. Of course, it's not blowing right now, but it's gusting pretty good, so I might could sneak through there and potentially get another shot at him. You know, who knows. But regardless, I think he'll make it if I don't. And we'll get down, get home, and brainstorm on what we want to do tomorrow. It's going to be a straight west wind. I could potentially hunt again where I hunted yesterday, or try a different area out. I don't know. We'll worry about that later. But you know, that's just bow hunting, you know. And one thing I will say, I grazed him, and that's neither here nor there, but it is really difficult. I know a lot of people do it. There's a lot of hunters on YouTube that self-film all the time, but it is really difficult to self-film and bow hunt. I mean, it's hard to self-film and gun hunt, but it's extremely difficult to self-film and bow hunt, especially when you really try. Like, I mean, I could have just turned my Tacticam on and just probably shot him here at 40 yards, probably would have killed him. Footage wouldn't have been great because I got my Tacticam kind of zoomed out. There, that being, if I do shoot one up close, it won't be, you know, right up on it. But yeah, I could have just turned my Tacticam on and just killed him, but he didn't want to do that. Now I had to turn my GoPro on, had to get my big camera on, and by the time I did all that, he done went through my 40-yard gap. And he hit my last hole, which was 45 yards, which probably was a little bit too far. But if I was about 3 inches higher, I would have hit him probably right in the heart. So I wasn't far off. So don't crucify me too bad for this miss, but that's bow hunting. It's really tough. And it's extremely tough to try to get it on camera too. But we'll get down, we'll ease out, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow.